Hey everyone, it's Celeste. I know. Long time no see. So some of y'all might not have noticed, but some of y'all probably did. I've had at least one person say something to me in real life. I took a bit of a hiatus, if I can say that right, in the month of March and in the first half of this month, April. So here's what happened. I had every intention of just keep plugging along, I had a vlog planned for spring break and I filmed, but then after I came back, I was just exhausted and my anxiety was really not in a good spot. So I took a bit of a break. And it wasn't just a break from like filming and uploading. Like I took a break from doing some other things, like making sure that I was taking better care of myself, basically. Like saying, okay, in order to start feeling better, I need to limit myself in some ways. And then when I start feeling better, add those things back in. So here I am. I really think my medication was like unbalanced. Like, I don't know what happened, but I'm doing a lot better now. Like I'm not feeling as anxious and as just super stressed. I mean, there is still stress because we are still in the midst of testing season. Although my students have taken the test for my class, they have other tests and we're like trying to finish the school year, and like in the spring, it's like spring is sprung and some people act springy. So, we're just going to keep on going. So I filmed a March TBR, but I didn't film anything else. So as far as my March TBR goes, I did read. Like maybe I wasn't reading as much. Like my January, February, I had a lot of reading. I did really well in those months. But in March, I kept reading, but I wasn't reading at quite the intensity that I had in the previous 2 months. I didn't come up with the stats on that stuff before. Like the whole spring break, for example, normally I get more reading done in spring break because I'm not working, but this spring break we were gone to Florida for Disney and I did not read at all. I was so exhausted when we would get back to the resort room that I was just like asleep. So there's that. But I did get quite a bit of reading done and I'm actually still working on a couple of the books, a couple of things from the TBR for March. So the first thing I had listed on the TBR for March, and I had mentioned this in the video, that I wanted to try to at least get halfway through the Well of Ascension. I am only a third of the way through. I just haven't really been focusing on it. It's one of those, like, I have to, when I read in that high fantasy, I have to like focus on it for more than just a few pages. You can't just read a few pages in that and set it down. Like you could, like for me, like I can, like with a romance, I could read like a bit here, a bit there. Like I could stand in line in the post office and read a few pages, get interrupted. It's not a big deal. But with high fantasy, it's a little different for me. So I'm only about a third of the way through, but I'm still working on it. I did finish Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. It was, I don't know. I think Madeline Miller, even though Cersei wasn't like, oh my God, blow my mind, Cersei ruined me for Ariadne. I'll just say that. The Summoning by J.P. Smith, I am almost done with it. In fact, whenever I finish filming, I'll probably sit down and finish the rest of it this evening. The Heart Principle by Helen Wong, I haven't started it yet, but it's next. Like it's one of the next ones that I hope to pick up. The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, I did read that. Where the Drowned Girls Go by Shauna McGuire, I took the dust jacket off and got a bookmark ready, but I just didn't actually like start it and finish it. But again, like I have until next January, because hers come out in January. So I've got time before I need to read that really, but I would like to go ahead and get it. These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. I did read that in the month of March. Was not a fan. Wasn't for me. I'm not going to read. It's a duology. I'm not going to read the other one. The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley, I did read that. It was pretty good, actually. I mean, the only thing I didn't like is that there was like one of those like mystery tropes that kind of deals with someone's instability mentally, and I don't really like that. I mean, if it's part of like a character's their life, okay, and that's part of their life, then yeah. But if the whole thing hinges on someone's mental illness, that makes me uncomfortable. But yeah, I did read that. But it did give me Agatha Christie vibes, so I did appreciate that. Second First Impressions by Sally Thorne. I'm actually like almost halfway done with that one. It's on my Kindle, so like on my Kindle I read like a few pages here, a few pages there. Like it takes me longer to read them on my Kindle books, so I'm not really worried about that. And then the last one I had listed was Neon Gods by Katie Robert. I haven't started that one yet, but I do have it still on my little TBR cart, so yeah. Like, I really want to get to it. I just haven't. I just picked up other things. I haven't read it yet. So, there's that. I have not set a TBR for April. I've just been carrying on with things that were on my TBR for March, and then picking up other things. Like, one of the things that I've been kind of concentrating on a little bit more is working on books, my Book of the Month books, because if you wait too long on the Book of the Month books, they don't count for the challenge, because the challenge only goes back so far. And so I had 3 in my list that I can read. Like, I'll read them. Like The Hunting Party was one of those. I read it, but it didn't count for my challenge. And so I want to sort of, I've been wanting to kind of prioritize some so that go back and look at my orders and make sure that I'm reading them so they count for my challenge. I know, it's silly. It doesn't matter, right? But yeah, I want to like complete the Book of the Month challenge thing. Yeah. And then also like reading books for like the book club, and then just whatever I feel like reading. 'Cause yeah, I'm kind of a mood reader, and especially if like my anxiety's high, like I'm, instead of putting pressure on myself for things that I don't need to. Why put pressure on myself when I'm reading for pleasure? Like, you know, so I didn't make a TBR for April. I will probably make one for May. But I, you know, I haven't even, like, we're only mid-month, so I haven't even really thought about that. I did not do unboxings for my Unplugged book boxes, for March. I got them. And I did open them. Like, I held them because I was like, I'm going to film. And then I just realized, you know, I really need this break. And so I went ahead and opened them so I could start enjoying the things that were in there. And they're really cool. And, like, if you're depending on me, I'm sorry. But you can always check out what they've got going on their Instagram. Their Instagram is really, like, active. And they also, like, feature photographs from other people who unbox their Unplugged book boxes. So I will film my unboxings for this month, for April. I've got them ready to go, and all I gotta do is film those, and I will get those posted pretty soon, because I want to try to get back into the groove. I feel better, ready to, you know, be done with this, you know, done with the hiatus. I'm back. And yeah, like, it's just, so hopefully none of y'all were too worried or anything. Everything's cool. And I will get back to, I'm not going to, so no TBR for April. I'll do my Unplugged book box unboxings for both the adult and the young adult. And I will probably go ahead and post some of my vlog footage from spring break, because we went to Disney. So the thing with that is we went to Disney as a family to enjoy, you know, like, why you gotta go to enjoy Disney. But I also was going because my youngest son was going as a part of his marching band. And then when things went sideways with another band from Texas, I was like, oh. So, like, it made me a little, like, uncomfortable. So I didn't, like, that was another reason I kind of backed off that vlog, is because I was like, oh yeah, that's not us, by the way. That wasn't us. It was a different place. But yeah, like, that made me kind of go, I'm gonna gonna hold off on that, but I will. I'll probably post something on that here pretty soon. So anyway, I'm glad to be back, and thanks for all of you who stuck around and kind of waited. And I can't wait to kind of catch up. I got a lot of videos to catch up because I really wasn't even watching any videos or anything. So yeah, look for me in the comments. So anyway, all right, I will see you guys soon, sooner than later. Bye.